Not a great night, a bit lacklustre a performance tonight.
Yeah, it was. It was disappointing both in the result and obviously the performance as well. I thought we were a bit flat. It'd be easy to say because obviously on the back of Sunday with a full house against Man City. But we discussed that before the game. We have to make our own atmosphere. Obviously Lincoln brought a good contingent, filled their end and got behind their side. But no excuse. It was just a flat performance, and I think the manager summed it up at the end. We're bored watching it, and that's how we don't want our teams to play. We want to be on the front foot. We want to be making chances, putting crosses in the box. Not to take anything away from Lincoln. I thought they defended really well in the shape, hard to break down. But we've got to be creating more than that. Disappointing night.
For the players who had the opportunity to perhaps enhance their reputations with you guys, I suppose the added disappointment is they didn't take that.
Yeah, I think obviously a few debuts. You try to look at the positives. Ollie Matt's getting 45 minutes. Obviously Cam getting an hour. Austin coming in and playing his first game. There's a few things that you got to take out of it. Minutes into some of the lads that needed them. But overall, listen, we can't gloss over it. It was a disappointing night, a poor performance, and we've got to be better than that. And as you said, I don't think, top of my head, that we can say, anyone came in and really made us go, wow, he's got to play on Saturday. So, it's hopefully there won't be many of them in the season.
But like you said, the significant thing is some potentially very key players have got some football under the belt at this football club right now. Yeah,
that's right, and they needed to. Obviously, we were just thinking about going through the team there. Bogues came back and managed to get an hour in. Obviously, Bash, I thought, did what Bash, you can always rely on Bash to put in a solid performance. A few of the seniors, and then the boys that came in did okay in parts, and you thought, and then we're sloppy in parts, and football's about being consistent, and we weren't that tonight. So, it's, obviously we'll analyse it again, look at it, but we've now focused fully on, what happens out here at 12:45, is it, or 12:30 even on Saturday.
Just on some of the younger players, I mean, it must be a great learning experience to be in these circumstances. And as you say, I mean, no one was any better or worse than anybody else. But just in the art of midfield craft, the younger lads in there with Norwood today perhaps need to learn that little bit of extra impetus and maybe just be braver.
Yeah, I think possibly. I think, the two wing-backs we brought on later on in the game, both Femi and Jilly, when they're playing the 21s, are bombing forward. And to be fair, Femi put a couple of crosses in late second half, but we don't want to be safe. Don't be safe. Go out and do what you do when you're playing for the kids. Marsh had a couple of nice turns, and then I think he realises sometimes, he will realise tonight, you don't get lots of time on the ball. Brooks is the same. Brooks has got great ability, but sometimes, it takes too long on it. I say even at this level, the men's football, I thought Lincoln were good, and you've got to give them credit. You look at the stats, there's nothing in the game. But, they've defended really well and were strong, hard to break down. We've got to be better.
You alluded to that fixture on Saturday. Clearly there are many layers to it, not least for you, given your history with Everton and Sheffield United. So how special a day is this for you as an individual?
Well, it'll be only special if we can win, obviously. But no, it's a next game. Other than tonight, we built on the Forest game in it with a strong performance against Manchester City. We've had lads getting minutes, coming in. The training's been good. And there's lads who obviously been watching tonight who are desperate to be out there on Saturday, and the atmosphere and everything about it will be totally different. But it's a game, that we'll all be looking forward to. Yeah, it's one of my old clubs personally, but I had 3 great years there, and it's disappointing to see him down there the last couple of seasons, but they're down there again, and we've got to maximum to try and take 3 points. Yeah.
Fans will already say, in fact, they are doing to a certain extent, is this must win? What do you think?
It's not must win, no. Obviously we'd love to win, but it's not the end of the season if we don't. I go back a long time to when I was playing at Bradford, and I think we almost got a third of our points in the last 5 games. We got 10 points. I think we finished with 36 points, and we got 10 of them in the last 5 games. But yeah, naturally we'd want to. I think Forest went a couple of months last season without picking up a victory. So we don't want that to happen naturally. But we can't put it as a must-win game, and if we don't win and we come away with a point, it's all doom and gloom. We've got to the lads are settling in. We might hopefully get a couple more faces in before the window closes. And, you know, obviously I said, you know, I think there's been some good signs of the new players that we've brought in, and we'll be ready to give it a go. I'd love to win it, but it's not a must-win, no.